Now, there is a table, input table given, person. As you can see, person. There is a table called person. This table contains 4 columns: ID, name, address, and hobby. Hobby of those people. So person is a relation. Relation means table. Person is a relation which have 4 columns: ID, name, address, and hobby. Each column name is called attributes. All of you know, in the last class we have talked about attributes. Attributes means the data item of a table. So here we have 4 items: ID, name, address, hobby. If I need only the name of the list of this name, I can write this symbol pi. First you draw or write pi, and then you write name, and then within the bracket from which table. In the screen, what they did, there is a table called person. It has ID, name, address, and hobby. They need the name and hobby only. That's why what they said project name, comma, hobby, within the bracket table name. That means project name and hobby from this table. What it is doing, it is taking the name and hobby, all the values from this. We have John, Mary, Bird. We have hobbies, stamps, coins, hiking, stamps. Stamps means stamp collection, coins means coins collection, hiking means going to the mountain and you go up, that is hiking. So these are the hobbies of these guys. This John has 2 hobbies. However, we'll talk that thing later. First of all, there is a table. There is some data. We need this column and that column. No condition, just 2 columns. That's why we have written project name, comma, hobby, within the bracket person. Now, if I remove hobby, what will happen? Can anyone tell me? If I just write project name within the bracket person, what will happen?
Sir, we can't identify their activities.
Yeah, so what we will see in the output?
Nothing, because there is nothing their activities if we don't take hobbies.
If I write, there is a table called person. There are IDs, names, address, and hobbies, 4 items. Now I write project name within the bracket person. That means find the names from the table person. So what will be the output?
Sir, I can't understand your question.
Does anyone wants to try? I have a table called person. I have 4 data items: ID, name, address, and hobby. Now, if I write project, that pi symbol, and then I have written name, comma, hobby within the bracket person, which means from the table person, show me name and hobby. And the output is given at the right side corner of my slide. Now, question is, if I write pi name, I remove hobby within the bracket person. I keep pi name person, but not the hobby. So what changes you are expecting from this output?
So just the name column.
Yes, it will show exactly right you are. It will show only the names. The hobbies will not be there. So if I ask you another question, project ID, comma, hobby, bracket, person, what will be the output?
ID
Name,
and
hobby,
hobby
and
column.
So after the pi symbol, if I write name, comma, hobby, it will show the column name and hobby, all the data. If I write ID, it will show all the data from ID. If I write project ID, comma, hobby, it will show all the IDs with their hobbies.
Hobby.
So I can ask 1 column, 2 column, or all columns. Is it clear?
sir.
Okay. So we have learned so far one symbol called pi, which is an operator named projection or project.
Sir, I have a question.
Sure.
We can take in our wish that we can four column or two. It's up to us.
Yes, of course. If there is a table, there are many information. Now, as an user, you need all the columns or you need only two columns, three columns, one column, depends on your requirement. Sometimes we need all the information. Sometimes it's partial information. So how it is extracting from the table, that is the task of relational algebra. So for that, we'll use SQL, structured query language. Command is SQL, but inside or behind the SQL, how it is working. To understand that, we are talking about relational algebra. So if I need two columns, I will write the name of those two columns after project symbol. If I need one column, I will write only that column name. So if I write project name within the bracket person, which means there is a table called person, I need only the names. It will show me the name column only. That's the task of project. Now, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, let's move to the next one. Next one is sigma, select. So select means it will show you the row of a table with certain condition. For example, if I write, if you see the person table, as you can see in the hobby, one person got stamp collection, another person got coins collection, another person goes going to hiking, another person is stamp collection. That means there are two person who collect stamp. And if I see that their name, the first stamp collector name is John and the last stamp collector name is Bird. So if there is a query, if I need to find those people who collects stamp, then I can write the relational algebra expression in such a way that sigma hobby equals stamp within bracket person, which means person is a table. From that table, find the record of those people whose hobby equal to stamps. So hobby is a column name. If that column names contains stamp, then show me the whole result. So if I see the person table, there are four different uh, rows, different lines. Among them, there are two lines, two rows, two tuples, which is which hobbies values is stamp. So it will show you the first row and the fourth row. It will show you the first one, this row, and this row. It will not show coins or hiking because you have said from the person table, find those rows, select hobby equals stamps.